Welcome in, Virgo. Let's see what's going on for you. This is your look ahead to September. Let's see what's going on. I did a video last week, middle of August, about a look ahead to September. So there's more information in that video about the astrology in general. But it starts off with a bang, my friend. We have Uranus going retrograde in Taurus, which is hitting your ninth house. And it can feel like that Uranus is never getting to your career midheaven, where it's going to go boom, where things are going to blow up in a very good way. But it keeps rocking back and forth in your ninth house. So there's a lot of kind of discussion back and forth in your mind about what do I believe? What do I believe? What do I want? I got into this career or I got into this life because of this kind of belief, and now I'm different. Okay, there can be a lot of that kind of stuff going on. We also have Pluto going back into Capricorn. That's hitting your fifth house, my friend, of romance and beginning new relationships. So you could back off of a relationship, or it could feel delayed a little bit. There might be something that delays it, some kind of stuff you don't really want to do, some kind of hard thing that you don't really want to do before the true romantic adventure can begin. So there's that going on in September. And I also want to say we have an eclipse in your seventh house of marriage and partnerships in Pisces. So there's this eclipse energy going on, which is usually activation energy. And there can be like a kind of a spark plug feeling to that, where you might get, if you're backing off of some relationship, there might be something that you have to deal with in terms of how you want to do partnership, how you want to do marriage, or something like that could come up for you. Or you might be ending a marriage, and so like romantic connection doesn't seem like that good of an idea right now. Let's see what the reading brings out for you. Fire, passion, like that. Focus, this one's been coming out a lot. Affluence, yeah, I feel like the passion is going to have to wait. Lucky. All right, so it's like a strike while the iron is hot kind of feeling here. And I feel like it has more to do with your career or your pursuit of abundance in some way. And you got to stay focused on this. You can't get sidetracked. So let's just say, I'm just going to kind of, make an example here, bind this all up. There are some of you here who have some kind of love relationship around your work, or there's a love interest at your workplace, or there's something that you're pursuing that does like involve passion, and it is involving maybe a fire sign, maybe a Sag. This is lucky. That's Sagittarius. And this is also Sagittarius with that arrow. It's kind of like focus, people. There'll be time for that later. Okay. There'll be time for romantic escapades or adventure later. There's something here. The universe is saying, if you really want to create some kind of affluence in your life, if you're focused on where you're going to have all kinds of opportunities. Okay? Focused on what you want to do or what you want to create in your life, and the road will just rise up to meet you. So that feels really beautiful to me. And I do think, because of what I said about Uranus and Taurus, there's something here about not chasing money, that when you chase money, it's elusive, but when you don't care about it, there's plenty of it. Okay. So there's something here that says to me, if you have some kind of passion that you want to create in the world, focus on the service of it, focus on, how you're serving people, how you're doing what you're doing, as opposed to how much revenue is this going to drive. Okay. When you're looking for a career path, if you're looking for a regular job, although I don't think affluence does not come from a regular job, but some of you may find that this is a springboard. Okay. So don't discount it. Don't discount a job offer or something. If you can just kind of work with manifesting the affluence from service. So if you really feel like, there's a hole in my net in terms of, I don't know the pricing of things, or I don't know how to research this, or I don't know how to build this, or I don't know. and there's a real hole there. You might have to like take a little side trip here. And that might be against your belief system. You might be like, no, I'm good. I'm an amazing blah, blah, blah. And I don't need to have anybody teach me anything. That Taurus energy, that Uranus energy rolling backwards in that 9th house can kind of cause you to be like, wait a second, this might be a good idea. I might need to learn some more stuff. Okay. I might need to pursue learning. So death right out the gate. Oh, Virgo. 7 of Cups, the World, the 2 of Cups, and the 9 of Wands. I'm going to say this to you people, because we just talked about that 7th house issue. Okay. With Pisces there and Capricorn going retrograde, or Pluto going retrograde back into Capricorn in your 5th house of romance. I feel like you have like, because of something going on in your life, you may have backpedaled on a relationship that is legit for you. And you might have friend zoned somebody or whatever. I don't think that's terrible. Because I really feel like there's something about friendship that is going to be very important as you move forward. And, listen, especially if you were somebody who rushed into relationships too quickly, you jumped into bed too fast or something like that. If that's been your pattern, then I feel like the friend zoning thing is a really good, okay? Because you're staying focused on what you want to do and you're not like letting your passion run away with itself. There's a moderation here of passion that is going to serve your career. It's going to serve your affluence. It's going to bring a lot of opportunities your way. And I almost feel like some of you have closed the door on a previous life. The Death card and the 7 of Cups, like it didn't turn out to be what you wanted it to be. And I get the feeling that like your life's ahead of you. You've got so many opportunities that you might be backpedaling on a particular relationship because you might feel, what if there's something better out there for me? And that might be a legitimate thing to do. Let's see what the reading has to say. But I almost feel like you're free of something. And really what's happening, it's the thing that needs healing is talking. The thing that needs healing as it relates to being vulnerable or close with another human being, that might be the thing that needs healing. So you might bolt off in this frenzy of, dating a million people or something like that, because that you might have a relationship that's over, in which case you're friend zoning the real deal. And you're just like sowing those wild oats, which, okay. But look inside that whole behavior, whatever this pattern is, there's something here that needs healing. Okay. Okay, Virgo, there's something here that definitely needs healing. Knight of Swords. Oh, yeah. 4 of Swords. There's a healing card. 8 of Swords. This is about a shift in perspective. You're getting another chance, or you're getting some really amazing chances that are coming your way, but you haven't healed from whatever has just ended. You haven't really done that work of it, that particularly in terms of romantic relationships or partnerships or something. And if you're just flying off the handle and going around, sleeping with a lot of people or something like that might feel like an expression of your creativity, an expression of your artistic self or something like that. And which is fine. No judgment here. But there's something here about your mindset about this that needs healing. So it's kind of like, if you're doing it for revenge or something, that's a low vibe expression. If you're just like having a good time and you're seeing a lot of people and you're enjoying yourself and you're like legit aligned with that, then awesome. But I want you to be honest about what's going on in your head. What is going on in your head about this? Because I just feel like there's something, some kind of rage or some kind of experience that you're burying, and you're covering it up with a lot of parties or a lot of partying, right? A lot of people, a lot of bodies, a lot of, adventuring kind of stuff. And you're like, yeah, I'm free, I'm adventurous, and all this kind of stuff. I feel like you're going to miss some of these opportunities if you're not changing your perspective on this. If you're, have a good time, do what you want. But if you're doing it for revenge, if someone has left you or divorced you or something like that, and you're like, stick a butter on everything, I'm just going to do whatever I want. Make sure you have your own mental health in line, that you're taking care of yourself, that you're knowing how you feel about things. Because a lot of times that kind of behavior can just wallpaper over some cockroaches, and it's just going to come out later. Okay. Just make sure you know what you're doing. All right. 10 of Pentacles. There's your Virgo energy right in the middle. I like that. Sun, the 4 of Cups, 6 of Swords, and 5 of Pentacles. Wow. Because this is shame. I feel like there's some shame here. Some of you are getting drawn into some things that you might not feel that good about later. So just be careful about these opportunities. Like maybe if you remember what I said about backpedaling on a person, you might feel shame about that later. So again, I just want to make sure that your perspective isn't off, right? Why am I doing this? What's the purpose? Hey, you know what? I'm free. I just want to get out. I want to have a good time. I'm done with some kind of contract. I'm done with a PhD. I'm done with something, and I'm just going to bust out. There are some things that need your attention that might cause you to run away from them. Okay. Shame-based things that, maybe it's about money or it's about legacy or something like that. And you're pushing back on pursuing something that is right for you, that is something that's going to bring a lot of financial stability to you, and going to make you happy at the same time. So this is not, I feel like these two things in your life are coming together, that you might have had a situation where you were in a love relationship that was very stable and long-term, but it didn't make you happy. You were in a career that everybody looked at as like the envy of everybody, but you're like, God, it's boring. It's so boring. Or there's no creativity to it. I feel like a fraud, like whatever it is, or it's like sucking the wind out of me, the people I'm working with, I don't like them. What you're going to be able to do when you get those feelings out about whatever happened, whatever's ending, the World and the Death card, something is ending here. You got to get these feelings out. It's like the guy beating on the pillows. I know that there's an animal here and I don't like that. But they're like, like in the therapist's office, you're beating on a pillow and you're, giving yourself some R&R, some time to decompress from a difficult situation. This is a little bit of a card of, I'm fine. Nothing to see here. I'm fine. I don't know what y'all are so worried about. I'm doing just fine. I'm fine. And I forget the acronym. I said that to a friend of mine. And I was like, she told me she was fine, but I think that's bullshit. I think fine is like a 4-letter word. Like first of all, it doesn't tell me anything. Fine. What does that even mean? And, fearful, irritated, neurotic, and some kind of elevated, expression of your own, I don't know, like not self-deprecating, but like self-depreciating and like dragging yourself down because you think you're out there like, this is what everybody's doing. This is how life really is. It's this way and it's that way. And I see everybody on Facebook doing these things and I just want to experience that for a while. Maybe I feel like you've been locked in a cage here for a while, a long time, actually. And now, by doing this healing work, by focusing in and, doing the healing work of wherever you've been, this is bringing out your wisdom. So this is the high vibe. This is Virgo energy, high vibe of you. 10 of Pentacles, and whatever that means. It doesn't have to be money if you think like, oh, well, this is just about money. It's really not. It's about what brings you satisfaction and what makes you happy. Okay. And I almost feel like some of you might think that's really frivolous. That's what this shame is about. That I can't do something that I really want to do, that's happy for me and joyful for me, because other people will think it's frivolous. Like reading tarot on YouTube. But if that's what your calling is, that's what your calling is. And talk to me about this Eight of Swords, because I feel like this is a mindset shift that needs to happen. 10 of Wands. Oh yeah, I got to do everything for everybody. There's that moon. There's the Pisces moon, the eclipse happening. There's the service, 6 of Pentacles. I like it. And the Knight of Cups. Wow. When you step into service, this eclipse happening on the 17th, I think it's at 25 degrees Pisces. This eclipse is going to show you where you have been compensating or overcompensating, where you have been doing everything for everybody else. And of course, you're going to bust out and be like, screw everybody. I'm just going to run and have a good time. The moon, that Pisces moon, it's a full moon. So it is about releasing. It's about releasing all of these things. This is why focus is so important. Releasing your rage, your feelings of shame, releasing a mindset that has held you back, aligning with a future of service that is fulfilling, meaningful. Some of you are stepping into being a teacher. Your Virgo energy right here, and this is super happy. The Taurus energy, I started to say the Taurus energy, Uranus flipping back and forth in that 9th house. That's the house of higher education. It's the house of becoming a teacher. It's the house of, really learning something new and going deeper, maybe getting your PhD, getting your master's degree. It's also belief systems that we plugged into as a child that no longer work for us, and we're moving on from them. So this 4 of Cups makes me feel like there are some belief systems, mindset that has held you back. That 9th house, I feel like with that Uranus going back and forth, is super important. And this 5 of Pentacles says you might leave that person behind, that physical person behind that you used to be. So talk to me about that 5 of Pentacles. Yep, that's right. Ace of Swords. Yes, 7 of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Queen of Wands. Now there's the passion again. So I'm definitely getting a ton of Sagittarius here, Sag and Leo. And I'm feeling that you have been either lying to a person, to a Jupiterian person. That's Pisces too. Pisces' original ruler is Jupiter. So a Pisces, a Sag, or a Leo, I feel like you've been lying to them so you can kind of, run rampant. So you can get out there and just sow your wild oats. I feel like you've been doing that because this Wheel of Fortune shows like the happy family again. And I feel like you just may have left something behind like that because of the Pisces energy in that 7th house of marriage and family. You might go toward this person as, if this person is related to your work in some way. I feel like that's the avenue that you're going to choose to go forward with this person. And it is true that you do want to work with this person, but it's not the whole truth. It's not the whole truth. And I don't think you're telling this person the whole truth. So let's keep going. Let's see where we go for you, Virgo. This is your September reading 2024. This is your story. There's a link below. I'll see you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.